Hi everyone, welcome back. This is going to be part 2 of Corey's account takeover. Now, yesterday we went through all of this gear. There was like 1500 odd bits of gear. We have deleted stuff that's definitely not going to be good. Today now is going to be, we've got our artifact enhancement event on. So now is actually just a case of rolling it all up. So that will help us decide what we're going to keep. Now, as I said yesterday, these initial kind of legacy style sets, they're not that great anymore, but I kept pretty much anything that's got speed on it, and hopefully we'll get some doubles and triples, because if we don't on these, there's kind of no point in keeping them. So I'm going to just fire through these as quickly as I can. Legendary gear, I'm going to roll immediately to 8. We didn't get... I would be looking on these type of old sets to be hitting triples, ideally in speed, so that's going to be a sell. Speed resistance HP is good. So what I'd like to see is another roll into speed. I'm probably not going to take much gear up to 16, so this is now a sell. I think we're just going to cap out at 12 on a lot of the rolls, save some silver. But we've got a lot of silver now. That's the great thing about not hoarding gear, but instead deleting it. The silver is always worth more than bags full of gear. Crit rate speed, yes, right. Hopefully double speed. No, that's going to be a sell. We're going to be really ruthless, especially with these old legacy style sets. Double speed, brilliant. Probably going to keep this now. I'd like to see accuracy. Yep, perfect. Attack percent gloves. You're only going to actually ever use them on a bomb champion. Bomb champions need to go fast. They need to land their bombs. So these are the only 2 stats we really want to see. I'm not going to take it to 16, but I would keep it regardless of what the final stat came out as. So that's good. We're going to keep that as double speed. Really good DPS stats here. What I want to see, the best and strongest stats on here are going to be crit rate and speed. That's what we're hoping for. Although attack crit rate would be a decent combo, but what we are looking for speed. That's what this account needs. Speed and crit rate, cool. Double speed, perfect. So that's another bit we're keeping. Crit rate, speed, attack again. It's good. Just want doubles. Yeah, double crit rate, that'll do. On to defense. I like bits of gear like this, as I explained yesterday. Defense, speed, resistance on an HP. You know, this is going on someone you want to live. Maybe like the healer on your team or something like that. Defense and attack, probably the worst 2 stats that you could get together. That's going to be a sell. It's a bit of a weird one. Resistance chest matches up with things like speed and defense. Obviously, we do not want to see any rolls going into crit damage. If it hits crit damage, we sell. Yeah, that's a sell. Right, on to speed, the easiest thing ever. I'm looking for at least double speed or triple something else. So this bit of gear is going to go. You only need speed set or speed stats. Like I say, I will take triples. Again, this is quite a DPS focused setup. Attack, crit rate, speed. So I would really like to see speed crit rate. Take it to 12. It's kind of double speed or sell. No, that's a sell. That's going to be a sell. I know it's double crit rate, but you need resistance, speed, HP. They are defensive based stats. We don't need a double in an offensive stat. And this could be quite brutal. You know, we could be really getting rid of some gear here. Same with that. What I am going to do is sort of set a limit so that you probably are going to keep like 4 items per slot, just in case you need to make any set bonuses. Speed and HP, best stats I could get on this. I need a double speed though. No, that's a sell. And this is where gear rolling, you need to be really brutal with it. That's a sell. And it also goes to show that sell. You could farm thousands and thousands of bits of gear, but you might not get the thing that you want. I've sort of worked it out that for every 1,000 energy I spend, I probably keep one bit of gear. And that is kind of why, as time goes on, dungeons become a lot less viable if you want to level up your account. But you do need to level them up to get into the end game content. Speed, please. Yep, double speed. We'll keep that. This is not a good bit of gear. I will only keep it if it double speed, ideally triples. No. That's a sell. That's a sell. That's a sell. Triple HP will keep it. Triple HP will keep it. Right, let's hope for, again, what are the strongest stats? HP and speed. Obviously speed being number one. Let's hope we get some doubles. No. I'll take double HP. Yeah, we might keep that for now. It's not great, but it might act as a good filler. Again, this is a very defensive piece of gear. HP, defense, speed. Speed as priority. Double defense. If it lands triple, we'll keep. Yeah, we'll keep that. Same goes on here again. Speed, defense, HP. Speed is the priority stat. Speed, accuracy, More speed, good. And then for Corey, if you're watching, when it comes to next artifact enhancement, or if you just want to put down more points for this personal CVC clash, all of this stuff, I'm only taking it to 12 for now. You could always roll these up to 16. That'll give you a ton of points. Back to this one, speed, resistance, accuracy, and crit damage. That's not a great setup of stats. We are only looking for double speed or triple something else. Double resistance, triple resistance, keep that for now. That's a sell, there's no speed on it, there's no speed on that. And this is where, I mean, yesterday we started with about 1,500 bits of gear. I think after this run through of leveling stuff up, this is where this number's going to drop down exponentially. And don't worry, you will get more. But it's a lot to just delete in one hit. Back to the rule of attack percent gloves. A bit like we had with the life setup here, we want speed and accuracy only on attack percent gloves. Double speed or sell? No, that's a sell. I won't touch the 16 rolled as of yet. I will maybe hit that on a third pass. Speed would be nice. No, that's a sell. In terms of moving forward with gear on this account, I had a little play yesterday. I was trying to build your Hydra team, just having a little work through. And there's a couple of key champions, and I would say if you've got Wukong on your account, which most people have, I think you've got 2 of them. Wukong is kind of going to be your Hydra MVP. He's going to do support, he's going to do damage, and he's going to be a complete pest for the Hydra because he's going to nick their buffs. You know, if you're not fast enough to keep putting out block buffs in time, Wukong will just strip their buffs, which is good because things like reflect damage can absolutely destroy you. Pair of boots like this, I mean, they're probably going to be sold. What I'd be looking for is at least a double speed in the very least. No, they're going to go in the bin. Like, this is good. HP boot with double speed on it. That is fine. Attack boot with no speed. Flat attack. So there we go. We are going to just keep reducing this down. I won't do this for the whole video. You'll just sort of see where I'm going. I will continue this off camera. Hopefully by the time you log in later, I'll have done most of it. So back to a critical rate set. Hold on, let's just slow down. Obviously, we're going to be looking for crit rate. And then we come across a bit of gear like this. Speed and crit rate are going to be the strongest stats on this. HP and resistance don't really line up with what a crit rate set is for. So we're just looking for like triples and quads of speed and crit rate, not double HP. Let's bin that. HP and attack don't really go well together, so we just focus in the crit rate. Sorry, not crit rate, the speed. No, that's going to be a sell. On to the mythical. We've already got a roll into defense, technically. The attack's useless, but speed, defense, accuracy could be good. And kind of need to hit speed. No, but it technically is a triple. That's fine. That can stay. This, again, it's a very defensive-based bit of gear. And remember, stats over sets until you are locked in with your builds. So I will still keep crit rate gear, even though I probably will never make up a set. But that's no good. On this, we want crit rate speed. Not that. I'm being quite conservative with his silver. Normally I would just take this straight up to 12, but it's not my account, it's not my silver. So I'm being a little bit more sparing with it. Kind of need to hit speed. Yep, I will keep that. It's a very defensive thing. Also, as I'm sure you know, these bottom 3 bits of gear here, their value is so much higher than the top 3. Weapons, helms, and shields can only ever have attack, HP, or defense as the top. You know, all helms will have HP, all shields will have defense. So you're always kind of getting what you want when it comes to the top 3. But with the bottom 3, there is a lot of variable. So your bottom 3, they're just exclusive. They're just more sought after. So I'll probably be a little bit more lenient on bottom row gear. Double speed, it's an instant keep. This is good so far. Please hit triple. Yay, nice. Good bit of gear. Another thing that I do just for organization is, like here, you've got loads of what they called lesser oil. I would say almost just to mark it for yourself. When you get a bit of gear that you're like, absolutely yes, this is 100% keeper, I would just literally ascend it to level 1. I know that attack and defense do not go together in any way under any circumstance. But now what I've done is I've just essentially made a marker where I can go, hey, you know what, that's a good bit of gear. And I think because it's CVC, hold on, I will just take it to 2. We'll get CVC points, yeah, just for even making the mark. So what I've been doing on my account, this CVC, is I've gone through every single bit of gear I own. And I've started marking things because not only does it help me see, but it also makes me realize what the really valuable bits of gear are going to be. So accuracy chest, who's going to be putting an accuracy chest on? Someone that's doing a lot of debuffs. They're probably going to want speed, or they're definitely going to want speed, and crit rate would be the other stat. Speed, accuracy, crit rate, good for a debuffer. So that's what I want to see. I don't want to see resistance. Yep, take the double speed. And I'm just going to ascend it there. So that would be good. another nice bit of gear. Any boot that's not speed needs to have speed on it, which this has got, and I'm really, really looking for at least a double roll into speed. Because like I explained in the previous video, if you can get a double speed here, which let's just say brings it to like 16 or 17, you then chuck a glyph on it, which could give you a maximum of 8, you're then at like 24-ish. Then you ascend the boots and you can get 12 speed, you're at 36 speed, so basically you're just shy of an actual speed boot, but you've also gained 60% defense. It's a more end game way of building, but it's always good to have. 1 into speed, 1 into accuracy, that's not bad. I'd like a double speed, please. Didn't get it, but we're going to keep them because they're good. Again, this is the first thing I've done with all of my boots. 1 into ascension, hits attack, useless, but on the off chance it hits speed, it could end up being brilliant. This has already got a roll into speed, that's good. All I want from here is speed HP. Double speed, please. No, that's a sell. Double speed, good. Double speed, good. HP, resistance, speed. My favourite 3 stats. Obviously not on a crit damage set. But if you want to bomb your way through Hydra and not get just annihilated by all the debuffs, those are the 3 stats you're going to want to live. You can have all the DPS in the world, but if you're dying, you're not doing DPS. Nah, it's a sell. Double speed would have worked. On this, we want speed accuracy. Got double accuracy, that'll do. Speed, good. Speed HP resistance, but it's flat HP. So really what I'm looking for is just speed. Give me a double, please. Nope, that goes in the bin. Right, crit damage set with crit rate and speed. Those are going to be the strongest stats. That's what we want. Got it, thank you. It's okay, keep it, roll it to 16. Hopefully you'll get a double speed or a double crit rate. If you didn't, I would sell it. Yeah, I'd keep that as well. Good defensive bit of gear. I'm always ignoring the set for the most part. The only sets I really pay attention to are things like Savage, Cursed, and then the variable sets like Merciless, Stone Skin, etc. On here, we just want speed crit rate. Triple crit rate would be nice. 1 into speed is also good. Straight up, I would take that to 16 and I would keep it kind of regardless of what it hit. Onto this, you've got 2 options. You either want speed crit rate or you want the bottom 3 stats, but we kind of want a double crit rate or double speed, or ideally both. And this is what, not that, basically not that. And this is what gear cleansing is all about. Or not so much cleansing, but management. Look at your bit of gear and go, right, it's crit damage set. Crit rate is probably the strongest stat to go with crit damage. HP is probably the weakest, and speed's probably the most useful. So I am always going to be just determining what would make this gear the best. And out of what we've got here, it would probably be a triple crit rate, maybe double crit rate, single speed, triple speed, or double speed, single crit rate. Basically, the HP is rubbish. So hopefully, after I've said that, we don't just get a double HP. No, good. Triple crit rate would be nice, or single speed. No. How many more shields have we got? This bit of gear here is much better, the legendary, so we're going to sell that. Flat attack gloves, that's a sell. Flat attack gloves, that's a sell. Flat attack chest, That's no good. In fact, what we probably will do, just quickly, good tip. Flat HP, flat attack, flat defense on bottom row gear. You will never ever use. I will keep the feral. That's different. If it's a variable set, I would argue keeping it in case you need to make the bonus. I would actually probably delete this anyway, because with feral, all you want is speed and accuracy. You don't want anything else. But we can delete these. But I won't delete your feral gear. You can go through that. Right, where were we? Onto the chests here. So we've got defense, and we have resistance, speed, accuracy. All three of those stats are good for a defense chest, but we are going to favor speed as priority, accuracy as second, resistance third. So not that. That's a shame. Resistance chest, very niche. Sorry, we just want speed, and I'll take defense as a second stat. The fact that it's doubled, please give us speed. No, triple defense. Yep, it's a keep. I keep triples. Defense-based boots. Now I want speed. Didn't get it. That's a sell. Right, another set down. I will do accuracy resistance, and then I will call it quits for the video, and I will just keep plugging away at this. Double speed, good. That's what we want here. It's an accuracy set. The ideal stats you could start to see are accuracy, speed. So we'll take speed. Not double resistance. So, once this, that's a sell. Once this has all been gone through, this is when you can really start refining your gear. So you might get to a point where, let's say you're going through weapons, and let's say we've only kept stuff which has got speed and crit rate on it. Let's just hide the set filters. At this point, what I would do, if all of this was rolled up to 12, I would start going through and being like, right, what are the best bits? And I would look at all the gear and think, right, a double crit rate with a double, that's good. And then you can really start refining, because you might come across a bit of gear, like say like this, where you think it hasn't actually hit speed, it's got odd matches of rolls, and then you can start really clearing from there. But the purpose of this video is just to go through it. So accuracy, we want speed accuracy. This bit of gear has got that. We don't want the HP, we just want speed really. Not that, so that's a sell. And we are looking for doubles in speed. No speed on any of those. Also, accuracy set kind of left in the dust a bit now, because we've got perception set. It's exactly the same thing, but plus 5% speed. No good. Not great substats. This would be kind of triple speed or nothing. No. That clan points banner is really annoying. Speed crit rate. I only want speed now. Didn't get it. It's a sell. Also, again, legacy sets, don't worry about it. If you end up with pretty much nothing at the end of it, other sets are better. Here we just want speed, crit rate, mainly speed. Yep, good. We don't want that, there's no speed on it. Attack percent chest with accuracy and speed is all right. But when it comes to a chest, this is going to go on your nukas. You are going to want crit rate, crit damage, speed. I won't delete it for now just because it's a 16, but it will go in the next pass. HP percent chest, you with the rest of the stats on there, we want triple speed or kind of nothing. No, that's a sell. Attack percent chest with defense and resistance, that's kind of ruining it. If it rolled a triple crit rate, I'd keep it, but it hasn't. That's fine. Onto the boots. There's no speed on them. See, that is a really good pair of boots. Let's get rid of that so we're selling the right thing. Yep. So you've got 22 speed. If you bought that to, if you put a glyph on that and got a +8, 30 speed, ascend them to level 6, 42 speed. Arguably one of the best pairs of boots you can have. That's just one ascend. It obviously didn't hit speed, but it's a little marker for you. That's a really good bit of gear. Same here. These are really good stats to go on HP percent boots, but we just kind of want speed. Not double defense. No. That's a shame. Same thing here. We just want speed or resistant. No, not all three. What would we want here? None of the stats match. I'd take a triple. Probably not a double. No, not a mixture across three. Again, attack and defense don't go, so it kind of wants to triple something. Not flat attack. That's a bin. Yeah, we'll just quickly bounce through resistance, and then that's the end of the video. Speed and defense, good. We just don't really want crit damage and flat defense. These are the two strongest stats on the set. On the item, sorry. No, not flat defense. That's going in the bin. Double speed, good. Double speed, good. My favorite three stat combo. We just want speed. We didn't get it. Same here. We just want speed. Yeah, nice. Triple would be good. Nope. It's currently a meh bit of gear. HP percent with double attack. No good. I'll do a separate cleanse for the bottom three items. Just don't want to leave you short. Attack percent boots with speed and crit rate. That's awesome. Speed takes the priority here because we need to get fast. But I'll take any combo of speed and crit rate. Hopefully just no flat HP. Good. Brilliant. That's a good pair of boots. And we got speed. Right, here is a perfect example. Take that up to 12. Add that to the 16. That's 28. Add the glyph on it. And that is a 36 speed pair of boots. That's very, very good. That's awesome. That's what we like to see. So yeah, that's it. I am going to just blitz my way through this. There's so much gear to get through. But I'll do it a lot quicker if I'm not narrating as I go. So yeah, hold tight. This will be done today. I will get through it. Until next time, thank you for watching. And hopefully the next time you log in, you'll see a big difference on your account. Anyone else watching, if you've got any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. If I'm doing something wrong, you don't like it, also let me know. That's absolutely fine. And if there's anything you want to see, just let me know. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.